All eyes were fixed on the doorway. Brenda and Tiffany stared intensely, eager to tear apart the animal who had defiled Tiffany. However, when my son walked into the courtroom, everyone present was dumbfounded. The heavy courtroom doors creaked open. Every eye in the room locked on the entrance: judge, jury, reporters, the furious crowd, Brenda and Tiffany themselves. They leaned forward, hungry to see the monster who'd brutalized an 18-year-old girl. They wanted a snarling, violent brute, a terrifying young man who matched every vile word they'd heard. They got something no one was prepared for. A small figure stepped hesitantly into the room. It was my son, Buddy. But he was not the teenage boy everyone had imagined. He was a child. A frail, pale, wheelchair-bound child, his legs thin and useless beneath a blanket. His big, innocent eyes widened at the shouting and the stares, his small hands clutching a stuffed rabbit. He couldn't have been older than 7. A hush crashed over the courtroom like a wave. Whispers turned to stunned silence. The jury froze. Reporters' pens hovered midair. The public stared, mouths agape, unable to process what they were seeing. Brenda's face went from furious scarlet to ash white. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. She blinked hard, as if she could wipe the image away and replace it with the violent teenager she'd invented. Tiffany's sobbing died abruptly. Her fake tears dried up instantly. She stared at Buddy, her face draining of color, her body going rigid. The act shattered so completely it was as if someone had slapped her. The judge leaned forward, his voice careful, disbelieving. "This is the defendant, Buddy?" I nodded, my voice steady and cold. "This is my son. The boy you've all been calling a monster. The boy you've sentenced to death before he even opened his mouth." I wheeled Buddy gently to the stand, lifting him carefully into the chair. He clung to me, scared, pressing his face into my side. Buddy's been paralyzed from the waist down since he was 4. He can't walk. He can't run. He can't drag anyone anywhere. He can't even climb a single stair, let alone get to the rooftop. A murmur exploded through the room. Brenda stumbled back, staring at the small, helpless boy in disbelief. Her accusation dragged her to the rooftop, hung in the air like a bad joke. Tiffany's lips trembled. She tried to recover, to start crying again, but no tears came. Her act was broken beyond repair. You tricked us," Brenda whispered hoarsely. "You hid how old he was. You lied about his age." "I never lied about anything," I said sharply. "You assumed. You decided. You built an entire lie around a name and a monster you made up. You never once asked how old Buddy was. You never asked what he looked like. You never cared about the truth. You only cared about framing someone for money." I turned to the jury, my voice cutting through the noise. They claimed Buddy dragged Tiffany from the 26th floor to the rooftop. A 7-year-old paraplegic boy. Think about that. Really think about how absurd it is. How evil it is to invent such a story against a child who can't even stand. Brenda's face twisted with panic. She grabbed Tiffany's arm, hissing at her. "Say something. Tell them you didn't lie. Tell them it was him." Tiffany's lower lip quivered. She stared at Buddy, at his tiny, helpless frame, at his wide, scared eyes, and finally cracked. I didn't see his face clearly," she blurted. "It was dark. I just assumed it was him, because he was new, because he was the only new boy in the building." "You assumed?" I repeated, icy. "You assumed you could destroy an innocent child's life for money?" If you'd like to read the full story for free, please click on my profile picture to go to my homepage, click the link below, and enter Megan's 88W.